Believe it or not, I actually liked most of the comebacks this month. Surprising, I know. So I guess my job as professional hater is going to be on the verge of being fired, but the company will just have to deal with it. Some of these groups this month don't matter to me though, so I listened to about 85% of comebacks this month. And if your faves aren't here, I don't know what to tell you other than to find someone else's video. So without further ado, try to have a bad time, and good luck on your journey. Seeing so many people say you aren't a real midzy if you don't like the music when they release things like this, because it just sounds like Rookie Itzy. Respectfully, no, it doesn't. Sneakers sounded like Debut Itzy. Cake sounded like Debut Itzy. This sounds so messy. It's noisy and annoying to even try and listen to. It actually kind of stresses me out upon hearing it. They release some of the best music sometimes, and others, it's the worst. Their company just sucks so badly that they can't seem to get a grip on their musical identity. It creates tension in the fandom because we never know what to expect. I was so excited for a comeback with Leah after her hiatus, and then was let down because of this song. People don't hate Itzy. They hate messy discographies and incomplete songs that sound like sirens and loud crash crammed into 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I love Itzy, but they need to stop making music that sounds anything remotely like this. This is going to sound absolutely insane to K-pop stans everywhere, but I'm honestly excited for them to go to the military. Their music is beginning to get bottled up into this sound over and over again. I think their creativity is running dry. Looking back on the years, they would release masterpiece after masterpiece in different concepts each time. They tried different genres, choreography, and ways of singing. Now it's just this, which is boring as a fan of theirs. I mean, the stark difference between Fear and Snapshoot, or My and Clap. The production is still high quality, but the music isn't anymore, if that makes sense. It's getting repetitive. The collab with DJ Khaled is kind of annoying. His weird intro and outro doesn't match the song or SVT in general. And the song just sounds like something they would have already done without him. I'm hoping for the military to be somewhat of a break for main members in production. They need their creativity back. And I need 17 back. Okay, it is by no means as good as Magnetic, and its popularity proves it. It's a cute song, and it's very easy and fun to listen to, but it just doesn't stand out too much in the grand scheme of things. The concept was interesting, they sound great, it's just okay. I wish Tic Tac or IYKYK would have been the title track. They both have a bolder differentiation from all the other songs. And because Tic Tac was so wildly different from the norm, and sounds like a video game, it could have really taken the internet by storm. And the MV would have been so cool. But alas, we got Cherish. I like it, but it doesn't really stand out. I do appreciate that I can see a clear want to make music with interesting concepts, and not just music for TikTok though. Let's all be honest, we all saw Jennie as being mainly a model after Blackpink disbanded. At least I did. I figured she'd use solo music more of a marketing strategy for her modeling. I suppose I was wrong though. She seems more interested in music for the time being. I think this sounds like what Jennie wanted Blackpink to be, if that makes sense. Lavish, hot, expensive, sexy, yet still fun and lighthearted in nature. The music doesn't have random horns and whistles in your ears every second. It's not noisy or difficult to listen to. Though it does still follow the same formula YG always uses for their songs. It feels predictable. Like you can tell when there's gonna be a dance break, the larger-than-life final chorus, the repeat of the second chorus. It's like she's still in YG, just in a cleaner way. Despite their success, I think they could have done way more if Blackpink sounded like this. There's a reason Jennie made it like this. It's not very serious. I don't think it was supposed to be though. It's more like how girls on TikTok will make trends like girl dinner. I'm just a girl. Hot girls do blank, etc. I'm happy with it. It's a fun, pretty basic sounding song that you can easily listen to. And she actually sang it live, unlike some other members. Get loud, baby, come and give it to me. I've had a weird vendetta against them since they debuted. I just don't like them. Which is stupid because I actually don't dislike their music. Midas Touch was amazing, and the rest of it isn't bad by any means. Get Loud is surprisingly fun to listen to. It's like a perfect concept for them specifically, which I love when K-pop groups do that. They don't really follow a trend and instead focus on what they're already good at, while continuing to change music styles every comeback. K-pop stans tend to get wrapped up in duality, but the ability to perfect where you already are is honestly better. I can appreciate them for that. However, I have never been a fan of the sexy concept and their fans push me away from them. I wish fans marketed them less as grown women and more of a well-rounded concept with talent within it.
One look given with flash, beat drop with a big flash. 집중해 좀 더 think fast. 이혼 언니의 못해.
Unpopular opinion, but this is way better than Armageddon. Why are so many of you disappointed by it? It's such an improvement. Granted, it will probably still be forgotten next year, but how many K-pop songs are seriously remembered over long periods? In an industry that pushes music out every month, it gets really difficult to keep your songs remembered. I love the way they chose to sing this, especially Ningning. It's drawn out in an unnatural way to sound more like a glitch or lag. This whole thing suits them so well. Like Winter and Giselle also sound amazing. Just because a song doesn't only cater to Karina doesn't mean it should be considered bad by my. By the way, I think Karina did a really good job as well. She just doesn't stand out as much in this concept. I wish they would have made their final chorus a little different than the rest. After a solid bridge, it's just a tad boring. They should have done a bigger sound with more interesting ad-libs. But it's not a big deal. I know they were going for minimalism. She's the smartest Blackpink member, musically and business-wise that is. Her choice of Atlantic Records instead of making her own is going to be super beneficial for her. Atlantic Records is one of America's biggest music companies, and it gives her access to huge names such as Bruno Mars, Ava Max, Charlie XCX, Cardi B, Charlie Puth, Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, and many, many more. Which is a huge selection of big names that she has potential to work with to boost her career in the West even more. She's already worked with Bruno Mars with this, and their popularity combined has given her huge success on social media. She chose to release something light years away from Blackpink's music as to equals differentiate herself from K-pop and her former role. Her MV showed way more of her personality off, and we all know how much Americans love people they can relate to. The song isn't technically anything new or special, but it is a really good start to her solo career. And she looks so happy recently because of it. Atlantic Records is also going to be able to open up her creativity way more than YG or Teddy ever let her have. Oh yeah, K-pop saved again. We'll never have to worry about another problem ever again, because our king has returned. It's been 7 years since he released music, and I'd definitely say that it was worth the wait. He's been through hell and back in that time frame, because K-Media never learns to shut up when it comes to him. You came here for opinions on the song, and not to upset you, but I literally don't have anything slightly negative to say. He's G-Dragon. What am I gonna do? It's a perfect song, and he's right, he does have the power. And it's not like he lied about being scrutinized. He was probably the most hated idol from the time he debuted to now. He's right, he got through all of it. He's too strong for this industry. Not to mention how he's probably the best rapper in K-pop. I'm just so ecstatic that he's back. He's the greatest idol of all time.
Showtime, yeah, it's gotta be me.